Smartphone prices keep going up, and if you're thinking about upgrading, I might actually save you some money today because I'm gonna show you how to get more life, more speed, and a much better experience out of the phone you already own without spending a single cent. Here are 5 easy ways plus 1 pro method to make your Android smartphone faster in 2026. Let's inspect. Hi, let's be honest for a moment. Nobody likes spending money if they don't have to. And I'm sure that many of you know this feeling. You buy a brand new smartphone expecting it to be lightning fast, and after a few weeks, well, somehow it starts feeling just as laggy and annoying as your old one. The truth is, most Android phones don't become slow overnight. They just get cluttered, overloaded, and badly managed over time. I test dozens of smartphones each and every year, and these are the exact tweaks I follow for best results. So yes, there's still plenty of life in your current smartphone. Let me show you a few simple habits that can bring it back to life. The first trick is something I personally do on every single phone I use, no exceptions. By default, manufacturers want to impress you with beautiful animations, smooth transitions, and visual effects. It looks great in the store, but over time, when your phone is full of apps and background processes, these animations start turning into stutters, delays, and micro lags. Animations take time, and every time you open an app, switch screens, or go back, the system waits for the animation to finish. So instead of waiting, let's speed things up. Go to Settings, About Phone, then tap Build Number 7 times to enable developer options. Don't worry, you don't need to be a developer. There's absolutely no risk here if you follow carefully. Now go to Developer Options. On Xiaomi, it is under Android Settings. On stock Android, you're gonna find it under System, or just simply use the search function. Find these 3 settings somewhere in the middle of the menus: Window Animation Scale, Transition Animation Scale, and Animator Duration Scale. Set all of them to 0.5. Or you could turn them off completely, but then the interface feels a bit lifeless. 0.5 is the sweet spot in my opinion. This doesn't increase the actual performance of the processor, but the phone feels dramatically faster and more responsive. The second tip, and you're probably not going to like this one: remove and uninstall apps that you don't use. Every installed app takes storage. Many of them run background services, some sync data, some send notifications. Some of them wake the system for no good reason. The more apps you have, the more heavier the system becomes. Think of it like carrying a shopping bag. Half empty feels light, fully packed, not so much. I recommend setting a reminder once every few months. Spend 10 to 15 minutes reviewing your apps and uninstall anything you don't need. No longer using that smartwatch? Remove the companion app. Sold your smart ring already? Delete the app. Stopped using the social network? Well, that one alone can make a big difference. Over time, this habit keeps your phone feeling fresh. Tip number 3. Try to find light versions of the apps or the browser respectively. This is exactly why I personally access Facebook through a web browser. The full app can take hundreds of megabytes, asks for access to almost everything on your phone, and loves running things in the background. Instead, just open Facebook on your browser and create a shortcut on your home screen. Same experience, much lighter. Or some services also offer light versions. You get about 90% of the functionality with less resource usage. For older phones especially, this makes a noticeable difference. Number 4, check your battery usage. Here's the logic. Apps that drain your battery heavily are often active in the background, waking the processor and keeping the system busy. Go to Settings, Battery Usage, and see which apps are at the top. If you find something suspiciously or unnecessary, open the app settings and restrict its background activity. For example, I once noticed a benchmark app on my tablet, named the CPU throttling test, consistently keeping the device awake. Restricting it immediately improved the battery life and system responsiveness. But do this carefully. If you restrict your smartwatch app, notifications may stop. If you restrict your alarm app, well, you might enjoy some extra sleep with some consequences afterwards, I guess. So go step by step and only restrict apps that you're sure about. Take your time there. I'd take the approach that system administrators follow. Start with a few apps, preferably non-crucial ones, and observe the impact. Number 5. We reduce the beautification even further. Widgets and live wallpapers. The live wallpapers look great, that's for sure. Animated widgets look also very cool, but they're constantly active using CPU and sometimes even network resources. So if your phone feels slow, switch to a static wallpaper and try to keep only essential widgets. Your home screen should be functional, not decorative. If you're looking for beautiful static wallpapers, you can try Google's Wallpapers app. It is a great option because it's lightweight, free, and there are no background tricks. Now, the next suggestion is a bit controversial. I've been using Android since the Galaxy S1, and personally, I don't keep automatic app updates enabled. If you have hundreds of apps, your phone most likely is updating something almost every day. Updates are using data, storage, processing power, and so on, and sometimes the newer versions become heavier over time. Instead, I prefer manual updates when I actually need them. That said, this approach requires responsibility because security updates are important, so don't ignore updates for critical apps like banking, messaging, or authentication. If you want full control over your phone's workload, manual updates are an option, just do it wisely. And finally, the bonus, it's a bit more advanced method, dealing with bloatware. Well, bloatware are apps and services you never asked for, but they come pre-installed on your phone. Some of them can be uninstalled or disabled normally. Others live in the system partition and stay there. For example, on some Xiaomi devices, the Facebook system services remain even after uninstalling the main app. Tools like Shizuku, combined with apps like Hail, allow you to freeze these system apps without rooting your device, and also without using a computer for these scary ADB spells that you're reading online. The process is safe if done carefully. You install Shizuku from an official source, then you enable it via developer options. You install Hail from F-Droid, pick your targets and freeze them, don't delete them, and here I talk about the system apps. And as always, don't do random things, use Trusted List from XDA developers, GitHub or Reddit for your specific device model. If something breaks, you can simply unfreeze it. If you remove the wrong system app, well, you may need a factory reset. So yeah, a lot of ideas here, but the good news is that most of these fixes are just a few taps away, and together they can make a huge difference. Remember, your phone doesn't become slow because it's old, it becomes slow because it's overloaded. Take control, build the right habits. Even a basic smartphone can feel faster than a poorly maintained flagship. If you have your own tips and tricks, the comments below are the right place to turn this into a goldmine for everyone. Thank you for watching, enjoy your current phone, maybe postpone that coming upgrade. And I, the Tech Mishka, gonna see you in the next one. Bye!